Okay, we'll jump down to verse 5 of Habakkuk chapter 2. And again, he's still talking about the proud. And he had said in beginning of verse 4, take a look at the proud. Now, let's take a closer look at them. Here's what they are like. Indeed, because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, and he does not stay at home. Because he enlarges his desire as hell, and he is like death, and cannot be satisfied. He gathers to himself all nations, and heaps up for himself all peoples. The proud, drunk with arrogance. Drunk with wine, you lose your inhibitions, right? Not that any of you have ever experienced that, nor I, of course. You don't consider your actions. You don't stop and think about what you're doing. You just react and you just do, right? You do what you think is right, and you do what you wish. And you're never satisfied. One thing leads to another, right? Take what you want. Take what you need. And speaking of the nations, they get drunk with their own power. They get drunk with their own self-importance. They get drunk with their arrogance. And they think they can do whatever they want. However they want. Whenever they want. And who dare says them no? And individually, not much difference, right? Haven't we all known those individuals who walk all over others? Stuffed shirts, proud, arrogant, I'm right and you're wrong all the time, regardless. They don't know what pity and compassion and mercy is. And it's not limited to the rich. Let's not get the idea that because someone is very wealthy, that's the way they are. They're arrogant. Doesn't mean that. These things, sin, and every aspect of sin, and now the whole big long gambit of sin, affects and has affected every single person, rich or poor or in between. It doesn't matter. And there can be a poor person who is just as arrogant. You go back to those who do not heed, those who do not understand the word, don't understand why it was given, for what purpose it was given. Whether they misuse it, a lot of instances they don't even use it. Pride, arrogance, not heeding. And it affects us as believers too. We can do the same thing. We can fall under the same traps. We go back to the first devotions, on Habakkuk, where we sat there and listened to Habakkuk say, oh, look at them, look at them, look at them. And we have to pull ourselves up short and say, look at me, look at me, look at me. Because again, it's an individual thing. And what the Lord here is doing by revealing to us and making plain to us the actions of the proud, he's saying, take a look at them. Is this right? Is this right? No, it isn't. Don't be, and in this verse, the Lord is saying, humble yourself before me. Don't get caught up in your own self-importance. Because when you take a look at your soul, by nature, it's just as bad and just as arrogant and just as heedless and just as corrupt as anyone else's. But by the grace of God and the mercy of God, He has given to you faith in Jesus Christ for eternal life.